Welcome, listeners, to the 50th episode. Can't believe we've done 50 of these so far. Of the Tempest Gamecast.
I know, right?
We're happy to have you join us. I am your host, Scrivian. I'm joined by my two co-hosts, the camera-shy Harper,
Hello.
who's being put back together by Dr. Frankenstein, and the Guild Wars 2 guild leader, Dimos.
What's going on?
If you remember last week, Harper had her head ripped off by a zombie.
Yes, it was quite painful, actually.
I called in an expert.
Quite disturbing. Well, thank you.
An expert
Only
come
the best.
and so he's got the parts out on the table there. So hopefully next
Look
week
at my little gnome hands.
we'll have a Harper back in some form. You never know.
Oh, God.
So how was you guys this week?
My week was fantastic. I'm going to be an aunt. My twin sister found out she was pregnant last week. So I'm on cloud nine. Yeah, I'm super excited about it. Yeah, thank you. And I'm about to get my third level 92, I think. So not quite as advanced as Scriv, but
oh, only 3.
Yeah.
Okay, my mistake. Yeah, but
so I'm working on that.
I switched games to level.
And I am
Good.
Okay. And I also got my Easter mount. I farmed chocolate eggs yesterday for a couple hours. And got the eggs I needed to buy my mount.
As soon as I had mentioned last week, hey, there's a new mount with this event.
Oh, yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. How about you, Dom?
Yeah, well, you know
What's
me,
the
I
mount?
have to have it.
I know.
It's a white Swift Strider. There was the pink
saw
one
the
for
Pegasus is
Valentine's
coming,
Day,
right?
which I got.
You know there's
What,
a Pegasus
Pegasus?
coming, right?
Nuh-uh.
I read
Do you
one in
buy
blue.
it?
Very nice. I don't know. Don't know.
Where did you see
Associated with
this
patch
at?
5.3. You know,
The fire and the blue.
Being as we do a gaming news podcast, I read news.
Hey, I read a bunch of stuff yesterday, okay? I didn't see anything about a Pegasus.
People and us don't count. Entertainment Weekly.
Hey,
Downton
no!
Abbey,
No.
update blogs or whatever.
I read gaming stuff. I was on Massively. I was on MMO Champion, reading the Blue Post. I mean, I do my research.
Marathon Alley. Abbey, or whatever.
Psych.
You guys watch Hannibal last week? That was awesome. It's a great show.
Oh, I forgot it started. So
Awesome.
I'll have to grab that. My
If
wife's
you
gonna be
followed
mad
along
I
with
missed
that
the first one.
Hannibal Lecter stuff, it
Yeah, it was
is
good.
amazing. It is one of the best shows I've ever seen. It's really cool. So, anyways.
Cool. How about you, Dennis?
A lot of gaming, a lot of offline time. I don't know.
I saw that you were busy. A lot of your posts.
Yeah.
You sound like you did a lot of
Housework,
stuff.
too.
What's that?
I saw your post on the forum. You talked about the housework and not your house. You talked about housework.
Yeah.
You talked about coming into the summer. You know, it's about the time it gets slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Generally, past experience with my the WoW guild I ran. It's usually when people went on vacations and stuff. So it's totally legit, understandable. Warming up, people are outside.
It is. It was
And
79
I
here
will be,
today.
so.
It was 81.
What?
It was 81.
Yeah,
79 down here.
It was about
Close to the water.
70, I think. Yeah. It's pretty nice.
So yeah, it was pretty good.
Yep.
So speaking of TV shows, I watched the latest episode of Vikings on the History Channel. It was pretty bad.
My husband's
good.
watching it right now. So
That's good. Good show.
it is a
And
good
I'm
show.
upset because Walking Dead is done, so I'm like, what do I do on Sunday nights now until October?
Game of Thrones.
I don't have HBO.
Defiance starts in a week.
Actually, I will. I will have HBO here soon.
Oh, that's right. You
I'm
made
very
your
happy,
deal.
Very happy. Switching Xfinity, Comcast Xfinity showed up, and it can't be worse than InTouch. InTouch sucks.
No. Well, we
Yes.
don't.
How
We
long
have
did that last?
AT&T, so
3 weeks.
Days. InTouch sucks. Oh, it'll be
Well, I
hooked
mean-
up this Thursday. 2 days. 3 days
That's
now?
cool.
3 days now. Yeah. With the 50. Supposedly they say 50 meg download, which is like 5 times faster than what I'm getting now, and up to 10 to 15 upload.
Cool.
Yeah. I could stream again
yay.
instead of do streaming slideshows. So But cool. All right, let's jump into gaming industry news. And here are your hosts with news from the games we love. And we'll start off with Guild Wars 2.
Woot.
Again.
So the leaderboards went live today on the official site, and it's pretty bare bones. It's on the site, and it's showing the top 100 players for structured PvP, World v World, and just achievement totals right now. They said that in the upcoming weeks they plan on expanding the amount of players visible. Hopefully they just show you everything. It'd be nice to see if I... Yeah.
You've seen Rifts, right? Have you seen Rifts leaderboards?
No. Was that in game?
Actually, I haven't either.
They are the best leaderboards I have ever seen. And
really?
For PvP, it's amazing too. Yeah, because they break it down. It's like they've got big major categories. They've got like diamond, platinum, gold, silver. All right, and you're going to be in one of those major categories. And then within each of those categories, they've got groups of I think it was like 50 or 100 players. And so wherever you are, you fall, and it tracks everything: PvE, PvP, and then in the PvP,
that's how
it goes down to
SWToR
specific battlegrounds, to healing in damage, to achievements, to, I mean, if you can get in, I think Rift has a free weekend coming up. I recommend if you guys just jump into it and look at their leaderboards, and it is phenomenal. And the thing is, you can move up if you get into the top
in-game
one or
leaderboards?
two. Yeah, they're in game.
Okay.
So you log in and you look at the leaderboard. You can see where you are in your position, even for, well, I did for PvP when I looked at it, and you can kind of say, okay, I'm 23rd in healing, I'm 15th in damage. It makes me like 16th overall. But if I go do some stuff in this battleground, which I'm not ranked, it'll bump me up. But it has, I mean, it is, I'm telling you, best leaderboards I've ever seen are the Rift.
Awesome.
And then you move, as you get better, like in PvP, earlier this year when I got into it, I went from, I worked my way up from silver up into the diamond category in PvP, just because of the amount that I was doing and continually. But to maintain that top thing, you got to keep doing it. Because they just keep shifting. It is a blast. Right. It was really good.
Yeah, Sony had years ago in EverQuest 2, they had a leaderboard system, and they probably still have it in place. But it was on the website. It wasn't in-game. So you could check per server, like if you had the highest one-shot kill or the highest whatever, like where you ranked for just all kinds of stuff. It was crazy. And it was really neat just to sit back and look at your character
everything
overall
you can do in
the
game
server.
That would have data attached to it is on a leaderboard.
Yeah.
And they had like leaderboards for gathering.
Yeah. They sure did. Yeah.
So, sorry to hijack the Guild Wars 2 there. But go ahead.
No worries.
I have no Rift news, so.
No, I mean, that's why.
They're heading in the right direction with that, so that's good.
Yeah, I was hoping that it would be in game. I don't know if it'll do it or not, but yeah, so they do it for the three things. They've already said that they plan on expanding it over 100 players right now. And right now also, you can only see the top 100 players in your region, North America or Europe. So I think it would be sweet if they did it like guild and server, region and world and all that. But like I said on the forums earlier when somebody posted about it, it'd be really cool if they did that and something like, I mean, in-game would be cool too, but what would really be sweet is if this thing opens up to be a bigger system like the Armory or the Chronicle from Secret World. Because that would be tight, you know.
Well, the other thing that Rift had, what you're talking about as well, it had guild. You could see where you're ranked in your guild, but you could actually see where you're ranked against your friends, anyone you've friended.
Right.
Which is
sweet.
Cool.
Yeah, I think I've read somewhere where they said that that's what they wanted to do with the leaderboard before they announced that they were coming out with it and stuff. Yeah. But who knows? They've said that they're going to be working on it. What's that?
You know they've got the data. They collect all that data.
Definitely.
I'm sure you'll get through whatever.
So yeah, more or less, it's more. I know that I'm nowhere near 100. Yeah, especially considering all of North America. But so I don't know. It'd just be cool to see where you stand. You know, but definitely for the PVE. Because World v. World and the tournament PvP are obvious, but for just displaying the achievement systems, hopefully they expanded to that. They've already said, like, in the notes here later on, like Super Adventure Box might get some leaderboard options or something like that.
Oh, is that staying in game, or is it not going away?
But oh no, yeah, that's going on to the next thing here. It says the creator of the Super Adventure Box said that he was told that if the idea becomes successful for this thing, the team will be allowed to basically add more puzzles, worlds, and levels. And
cool.
Depending on your feedback, yeah, I mean the video for it was really cool, the origins and all that of how he developed this and stuff. But he said, you know, depending on player feedback, also this thing could be like a static thing in the game, another aspect of the game, or you know, it could become seasonal. Right. Another thing, like we were all asking ourselves a few nights ago, was the reason why bombs and slingshots have their own action bar when you actually use the ability is because they have upgrades they plan on doing in the future for, I guess, more damage or different types and stuff like that. So that makes sense. And a hard mode version of the Super Adventure Box is in internal testing right now. And again, he said they're looking at ways to get Super Adventure Box included with the leaderboard rankings. And lastly, the super weapon skins. They're about to make dagger, rifle, and pistol available now.
Nice.
So
that's cool.
Tight. Yep.
Yeah, that is cool. They had little things like that.
Definitely.
You got World of Warcraft. Awesome. I've got some quick notes before Harper jumps in here. BlizzCon ticket dates are announced. Of course, I didn't write them down, but everyone in Tempest who's attempting to go to... 24th
and the 27th. Yeah, and it's at 8 o'clock at night, I think. Is that right?
Well, depending on your region. Yeah, and they'll be gone in about 2 minutes.
Titan
announcement. We're all going to be trying to get it.
That's a strong rumor right now is the Titan announcement with little data.
Yeah.
But Tempest is standing by with the fingers on the refresh button. I know there's a bunch of Tempest folks who are looking forward to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hopefully we can get some tickets.
No, you had some other stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes. I was just, right now, you know, the 5.3 notes are being put out as they go. Nothing's really definite, but one of the things that jumped out at me, and Scriv, you being a discipline priest, you would be able to comment on this more so than me. I'm just in love with that healing. I think it's amazing. I wish I could do that. But it says that they're taking down the amount of healing converted from your damage from 100% to 80%. How big of a deal do you think that's going to be? So that's going to be a pretty
huge.
Yeah.
It's huge.
It sounded huge to me, but you know, like with the mages always figure out a way to come back. You guys supposedly got nerfed last time.
That's just it, though. You know, the mages figure out a way. You know, we hear mages are going to be nerfed, and what happens? They just reshuffle the order they are in the top 5, but all 3 specs are still in the top 5.
Right, exactly.
And okay, fine. So disc priests figure out how to heal. I mean, to recover from what they did to us with the spirit or the spirit shell and the other procking stuff they do for the heals for our shells. And most of us shifted to atonement healing, which seems to work, and now they're just nerfing it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it's pretty.
I mean, I can kind of understand. I mean, I went in. When I did my LFR last week, in which I got no loot, but at least for my efforts, I did go to Genrock. Yeah, I love LFR raids right now.
You do,
but I did do Genrock, and I pulled 82k damage and 50k healing.
That's amazing. It's crazy.
Yeah, I wish I could do that on 10 man. It'd be all right.
I read something today about 5.3.
What's that?
They're removing resilience from PvP.
Yes, they are.
That's interesting.
No. They're removing resilience
Everybody
from PvP
has
gear.
The base stat. Yeah. Everybody has 65% resilience now going into PvP.
Yeah, but you can re-gem. The resilience gems are still in, and the resilience enchantments are still in.
Right, and
so you can change it.
And yeah. I guess the way that they're going to give
power, I think, is still there too.
Yeah, that's
what I read. Whatever that is.
But I mean, they've done this stuff. They've done this before, and it didn't really change anything. Players are going to figure out how to do the numbers, unless everything goes in with the exact same stats.
It sounds like they're giving the ease of entry a little bit better, but the thing is, like, from what I read at least about it was, it sounds like everybody will come in with a base stat survival, pretty much, except for the achievement. I mean the gems or whatever. But like, if you were a PvPer, you still hit harder.
Yeah, because you're still going to have the top gear.
Right. So that's.
And I mean, the other thing that we talked about them doing with PvP in 5.3 is the system that's coming in that's going to balance. What is it? Honor that you get. I can't remember now, but I think it's let's say whatever the PvP currency. I don't PvP, so. But the currency that's coming in is there's a cap on it right now. But what they're going to do is the later you come into a season, the higher your cap's going to be, and it'll deteriorate towards the end of the season. So it'll allow you to gear up faster. So when, say, you've been PvPing for 6 weeks into a 12-week season, and your cap is 10,000 or Valor, let's say, or Honor, or whatever. Say I just jump in, my cap would be 40,000.
Right.
So that I could play, spend it, and get gear faster and be equal to your gear level. So that barrier, I'm still going to get my butt handed to me by you, but I'm going to gear up faster, and then next week I'm going to come back even stronger, the next week even stronger, even though the cap will reduce a little bit. By the end of the season, we'll be equal. So when the new season rolls, we're boom on equal ground. So they did that too.
Yeah. Oh, also, Cirrhosis did post that it is the tickets, the BlizzCon tickets, are at 7 p.m. on the 24th and 10 a.m. on the 27th. Cirrhosis, is that PST, like their server time? I mean,
I think it's their time.
I think it is. I'm waiting for him to type in. Anyway,
they're 175 each, which is the same as they were 2 years ago.
Right, which everyone was speculating it was going to go up to 200. That was the big deal, which that's fine. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, awesome. It is PST for sure, which is great. So, yay.
Yeah, SWToR, the game that Tempest has forgotten, except for me. There's a few others.
There's a few that play.
Hey, well, maybe if they fix their free-to-play model, because it's so terrible.
The free-to-play model sucks. Really, look at Terra. BioWare, look at the Terra. NMAS guys got it right. Okay, yes, Star Wars, regardless, if you're subscribing, I'm subscribing because I don't want any limitations, and I really enjoy the game still, because I'm not raiding probably. You look at that, and the expansion is coming out on the 14th. And if you purchased it before the 7th of January, which I did not, and I'm pissed about, you get a 5-day head start. Which means tomorrow, I mean, the servers are currently down right now for 6 hours of maintenance. They come back up at midnight tonight, and 2.0 is available, which means the level cap's raised to 55, and all the stuff that came in. There's a new adventure planet, new storylines, no class stories, but there's like a story that ties everyone together, stuff that's going on. A new operation. It's a hive of scum and villainy operation. 5 new heroic mode instances. Of course, level cap raised to 55, which new points. PvP is being revamped as well. Brackets are being formed now. Instead of being below 50 and 50, it's now going to be 10 to 29, 30 to 54, 55, and then 55 ranked, which is cool. Because the brand new 55s are getting their ass handed to them. I know, because the brand new 50s are, as soon as you come in. So stat-based, there will be stat bolstering to bring everyone up to the top level of whatever, like the level 10 player will be bolstered up to a 29 stats. And it's going to look at the gear you've got on, since you can't change, and it'll base it off that, and then raise your stats up. That's how your bolster is going to be based. So, should be good. I mean, the advantage is still going to go to the higher level player, because you have access to more abilities. I mean, yeah, I can tell. I mean, I just finished leveling my sniper up, and I have more stuns and disables or whatever.
So you're level 50 with your sniper?
I am.
Wow.
As of today, 450s. So.
Congrats.
Thanks. And yeah, so that was Star Wars. So that comes in this week. Yeah. How about Neverwinter? Good news there.
How about it? There's some interesting things on the Neverwinter front. It was dead last week, and I'm so sad that I had like nothing to report. So this week they kind of hit us, quite hard. This coming weekend is their next beta, and from what I understand, and I read this a few times just to make sure, because you know how they are kind of shady with a little bit of the things that they release their information. I've noticed that. Not that they're a shady company.
What do you mean shady?
A little double talk sometimes, I've noticed. And some people have actually called them out on that with the way that they advertise things. So, and I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying it's kind of, I don't know. But anyways, from what I understand, this weekend, only the people that are founders and guardians get to play.
Yes.
In the beta. So nobody else gets to play, not even people with beta codes that were like from the PC Gamer that were all set to play the next beta. I don't think they're getting in either.
Well,
is that right?
It makes sense because
it
said you have access to one of the 3 betas. They should have used them by now because this is an unannounced beta.
Yeah.
But
and I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm all set. And the good thing is we get to actually experiment with the professions. So
yeah, that'll get me back in. Over leveling anything.
Yeah, I'm very excited to hear. It's the professions are leadership, mail smithing, plate smithing, and leatherworking. I'm not sure what leadership is going to be. Any idea? I was trying to think about.
No idea.
But of course, mail smithing.
Never heard of that before.
I haven't either.
Yeah, mail, plate, and leather. But the only thing I don't understand is there's no tailoring.
Unless leadership is some kind of tailoring, which would be weird.
That would be stupid.
Or perhaps leatherworking.
Okay, maybe not stupid. That would be mislabeled.
Yeah.
Piss off. The perfect word.
Maybe it's like an inscription.
Because they banned my account.
I don't know.
If they are going to ban my account, it's CIRRHOSIS. Wait, let me change my name real quick. Oh, sorry.
But yeah, so they're going to be doing that this weekend, which I am going to log in and mess around with that because I think what I'm going to do is level my cleric and get more mats. Or I did save the mats, or maybe I sold. I don't remember.
I think I saved almost everything I've been gathering.
So I don't know. I may have sold everything just to make money for my mount. I don't know. But on my mage, which I will never play again. But whatever. I'm going to experiment with it and see. We'll have some stuff to report next week about that. Also, at the end of the month, I think we're going to have like a soft launch. And I had a bunch of stuff on that. Hang on, where'd it go? Excuse me.
Okay, they've got it. Want me to go?
April 30th. Yeah. April 30th, okay. We'll officially enter open beta, which means that it'll be open to millions. They will not be wiping characters after the 24th. So, again, being vague, not sure what that means. Does that mean it's a soft launch and we're actually going to be, the open beta is actually going to be our characters that we play for real? Are they meaning they're not going to wipe any more characters until live?
That's what the media is saying, is it's a soft launch.
That's what I feel like it is. Because we even get
well, they're applying the early access benefit from both the Guardian and Founder Pack to the open beta. So you get to get in 5 or 3 days earlier, or whatever days it is. So yeah, it sounds like if they can keep it called beta, then whatever issues they have, then they're repairing it in beta, and they can take servers up and down all they want. And because once they go launch, there's less forgiving. I mean, look at Firefall. Firefall's in beta, and it's there's so many people playing it. So
yeah, there's a ton of people.
And they just changed a whole system.
This can go on for as long as they want, and we won't wipe any characters or anything. Yeah, so
that's right.
I'm very excited to hear that.
And if you have to figure, if they're not wiping from any point after the open, any money you spend in their Zen store is spent.
Yep.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
No wipe, no refund.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
so they can start getting money, making money.
It says if you played in Beta Weekend 3 and are a Neverwinter founder, you can continue your progress and grow even stronger for this weekend.
Yeah, no character wipe. For the close this weekend.
Yeah.
Or whatever the weekend is.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's pretty interesting. It's exciting. I'm very happy to.
It is.
It's a play it again.
There's going to be another one of our casual games.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yeah.
We don't have anyone who stepped up to lead, so it's just going to be people playing.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to being a part of it, though. I want to play my cleric.
I'm looking forward to the Foundry.
Yeah, I know that'd be kind of neat.
I think that's going to delay my leveling because I'll probably get to level 15 and then jump into the Foundry.
Well, there might be some good experience in that, though, so it might not delay your leveling as much as you think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Foundry is in you're creating, or Foundry you just play
it's player-made content. That's where you write the quests and make the adventures.
Right, I'm saying, like, are you gonna just be playing other people's, or are you gonna actually make yours?
I'm gonna make some. I think it's one of the things we're looking at as a guild thing, and it depends on how many people we have who are interested in actually creating content of having a Tempest night, or at least saying, hey, having a periodic Tempest. Hey, this is Scrivian put a new adventure out. Airhammer has a new Berserker mode, kill everything, something.
Yeah, and mine will be go ahead and shop till you drop at the bazaars. That'll be my Foundry. Go to the auction house, see how much you can buy with your money.
3 more of our casual games. First one, Star Trek Online, because we haven't announced this before, I don't think. Cryptic's other game, Star Trek Online, is receiving an update on May 21st with the release of Legacy of Romulus. It's an expansion that is going to add, finally, a third faction, which is the Romulan faction. So if you're a Star Trek fan, the Romulans are finally playable. Of course, in the timeline that we're in now, and if you remember the last movie that came out, the remake, that Romulus has been destroyed. So this is the faction coming back. That's still in place. The Romulans are coming back, starting to become a major player again. The only thing that players are kind of upset with is the fact that at some point in your Romulan storyline, even though you can get all the way up to the top, the Vice Admiral or whatever their rank structure is, the Diridex ships, is that you will align yourself with the Klingon Empire or the Federation. So that players are kind of pissed because they're like, they don't want to align. They want to be straight up third faction. So we don't know when it happens or that kind of stuff. But you're eventually going to pick one side or the other, which I guess is going to really make it confusing in PvP because it'll be the same class of ships fighting each other. So
in PvP, it'd be like
PvP
ships?
Alliance on Alliance.
Are you fighting the ships?
Yeah, PvP fight ships. I guess there is some ground PvP, but I think a lot of people do the space combat. Is the draw to the Star Trek game is the space game.
Okay.
This game's a blast, and it's free.
Sweet.
It's free to play as well. And they have a Foundry or whatever they call it. It's called I don't remember offhand. Station Alpha, I think, or something like that. And it's got a lot of player-made content. And the thing that Cryptic's doing with Neverwinter is they're taking their lessons learned out of the player-made content out of Star Trek and applying it to Neverwinter to try to keep out exploiting and that kind of stuff. Right. Final Fantasy XIV is having a second closed beta starting soon, so everyone who's signed up for that, keep checking your email and see if
get invited. Oh, I really.
So I know we've got a couple people doing it. I won't mention any names, but I hear they like it.
Yeah, quite a bit.
And then the last one is Age of WuShu, another one which will be very casually. I think there actually is a few people who are looking at this game.
I downloaded it. I haven't even
it's
done anything with it.
It's completely free to play, and I don't know.
Yeah,
it's definitely not. It's not a high expensive. It's not an expensively funded high-end Blizzard type game. So there are some issues with. I don't know. Personally, I've played it. I'm ready to go. I've created my character, and I had fun when I played around this week in the beta. So I mean, it's an entertaining free game, which is cool. I think that's what we're all about. Cool. Wow, that was a lot of news. More than I expected.
Yeah.
All right, quick announcement here. PayPal, home website, TGC website, TeamSpeak Player of the Month, giveaways, supports you. If you can, give. Thank you to all those who have given. Probably probably everyone in the chat room has already given. So thank you all of you guys. Let's get the word out. Get more people listening to the show.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes, please.
I'm going to jump over to, again, a reminder, Game of the Month challenge for April is BioShock Infinite. And I just finished the game this week, and what a freaky, weird story.
My husband's been playing that all weekend. He likes it a lot.
I mean, it's good. It's fun, but oh my, what a weird story. Hey, my Raptor just popped up, and Lex Luger is playing Age of WuShu right now.
Yeah, I saw that.
So yeah, Raptor. I'm going to get a plug for them. If you're not doing Raptor and you're in Tempest, you should be doing Raptor.
Do it. Yeah, it's really
RAPTR.
cool.
Tracks all your game time, puts announcements when you play. You can chat. Even whatever game you're playing, you can pull up. I've chatted with Dimos, I think, cross servers. So, I mean, it's pretty cool. It tracks all your time. Cross games, yeah. Cross games.
Oh, that's cool. I've looked at that. I may
really
try
good.
that.
It's free.
That's neat. But I want to get trolled by people. Just kidding.
You can block them.
Well, I'm talking about like Isaac or somebody, you know?
Oh, you might. Isaac's on there, definitely.
I know.
Right,
but no, it'll be fun. We'll have to try it. My husband did the PC version of that, of BioShock. He didn't want to do the he could have gotten a console, but he had read that the PC version was good.
Well, I did the Xbox one. I mean, it was our challenge.
Yeah.
So
yeah, right.
I did
of
that,
course.
So
yeah.
I've got two months challenge. Tempest. Let's go. Come on. Let's get this console stuff going.
That's right.
Speaking of Tempest, let's go to Guild Wars 2. You guys are busy. Your war reports every week are just.
I know. They're awesome.
It'd be cool if we had that in other guilds.
Do what?
It'd be cool if we had that in other guilds.
Oh yeah.
Doing weekly action reports.
What?
Okay, Guild Wars, sorry.
What did you say?
Weekly action reports, that's what they are. The war reports, right? Weekly action report? Isn't that what it is?
Something Chap started, and I'm just continuing.
I think they're great. I think it's phenomenal. It lets the community know what you guys are doing. I love reading those things every week.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, I like doing them. I'm just trying to remember to do screenshots whenever I do stuff now. So
yeah,
screenshots and fraps.
Yeah. Well, by the way, I forgot to mention to you, I actually found that it takes a lot less space if you're using Xfire to save to your hard drive, because it's not that AVI file that Fraps makes. It's some high def or whatever it is, and it actually uses less hard drive space than the AVI file.
Can you watch them though? I mean, when I do the XSplit and I save it over, it comes up as a
no.
Flash
you don't do
file.
it when you're live streaming. You do it as local recording.
Oh, just record straight.
Yep. You just straight send it. Like if you were just doing Fraps or something like that, that's what you would do. Instead of Fraps, you would use Xfire and say local recording.
Or send the game in.
But dude, if you do,
I know we're teaching everyone. It's a teaching moment.
Yeah.
It's a learning moment for everyone.
It's good though. It's good. It'll save a lot of hard drive space. So.
Okay, I'll have to look at that then.
Yep.
It's easier to do that and then just edit it and then post it.
Yeah, it would.
So this week in
Guild Wars, members worked on the third installment of the Living Story. That actually was pretty cool. They changed the whole cinematic feel to it. It kind of played out like the original Guild Wars cinematics did, where you saw your character and stuff. Yeah, it's a lot better than the personal story or the dungeons where you see the two people just talking. It's actually like a little, not bird's eye view, but it's a cinematic. It's not a chat box. So it's pretty cool. It's a lot more detailed than the first two parts were. And I think next month we're supposed to get the final part of this chapter or something like that. Anyway, we also did the Super Adventure Box content. And then, of course, tournament structure, PvP, and guild missions. So Akimoto has pretty much got everybody going on a frenzy now in the guild, where he'll log on after server or after the daily reset at 8 o'clock Eastern at least, and he gets on and he starts tracking all the meta events. and he'll call out and guild chat and stuff like that, and
Nice.
usually several people will go after him. It's because he goes after these things and gets all the rares for the day, and then he just he puts them in the Mystic Forge, and he's been turning out exotic weapons like crazy.
Wow.
And getting gold, tons of gold off of it, because you get some really cool looking skins and stuff out of it. So a lot of people are picking up on that and starting to just join him on roaming around and getting those rares and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's been really lucky, and it's really cool. Tournament PvP is gaining popularity with several members. We have people coming in and out of basically the majority of the or it's three of us. It's me, Tickle, and Whitey that do structured tournament PvP most commonly, but we usually have, and Lex is starting to do it now, but we shift people in and out, of course, and it's actually been a lot of fun. We've had some really good games, and this week we had the closest game ever. We lost, but it was a loss of only 2 points. 500, 398, it was insane. 498. And yeah, that was an epic loss, but it was awesome. And since guild missions have went live, basically, we've had about 17 to 20 members show up every Friday, and it's been a ton of fun.
It's awesome seeing that in TeamSpeak.
It's really they did an awesome job with that, because it just pulls it's basically, besides World v World, it's the only thing that we can do as a guild where we can just have everybody included, no matter what level.
Yeah,
and everything.
It is awesome.
It's just awesome. Yeah.
That's cool.
Unfortunately, we were unsuccessful this week. We did 4 attempts on Tier 2 and just got shafted with the randomness, or for instance, the one that we actually did almost complete, we were seconds away from it, really, like 10 or 20, was we had to kill a guy in Frost Gorge Sound, and that's where the Jormag event was going on, the meta. And so, just like Aki doing this stuff with the rares, everybody tracks these things down, and people that want to do that, of course, everybody just floods the servers or that zone out there and causes an overflow. And so basically like 4 or 5 of us got out there, and then everybody else was forcing the overflow. So we did it, and then we had lag and all this other stuff. So we lost the kill, lost our completion there. The good news is, though, it it only cost us the merits, which we have plenty of merits right now that we didn't need it, but it just still sucked. But we got we did our training missions. We got 6,000 influence off of those. Those are awesome. It just sucks that it takes 3 days to create them. But yeah, that's about all we did this week.
Cool. How about WoW?
Well, Vodka and Deviled Eggs went into Throne of Thunder again this week, and we actually had to shake off the noobness for some reason. We were having a little bit of a difficulty killing the first boss that we've already killed twice already. But once we did, it was our cleanest kill ever. And then we went on to hit Hordon pretty darn hard in like two tries, Scriv?
No, we waited for a little while.
Was it longer?
It was our last poll. Our last poll was...
Of course, yeah.
We were there about probably 40 minutes on him.
Yeah, and we got him down to 5%, I guess, less than 5%, and he...
Getting close.
He went crazy and killed us.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had some. Yeah, it was a very good poll. It was. We've got it down. We just got to get in there and do it. We've also had some
like a multi-stage thing or something.
Yes,
5 phases.
Yeah.
5?
Well, there's really 2 phases, but 5 parts of one phase. 4 parts of the first phase. Each door being a phase, a part.
Yeah, I think each door is listed as a phase because the mobs are different and the mechanics are different.
That's true.
It's the same type of mob, but the mechanics are different on what they do. Because, I mean, it's like I can mass dispel in the first one, I'm useless on the second one.
Right.
So, I mean, it depends on what you do, yeah. So.
Yeah.
But it's basically a 5 phase for that, right?
But thank goodness we have a pally that I can symbiote so I can help with the poison and the disease cleanses. So that's good. Yes, we did really good. However, we did have some bad news. We're losing Scriv. He's not going to be raiding with us anymore. So we lost one of our core healers. However, Revmaru, who was planning on leveling his shaman as an Ellie shaman, was more than happy to switch to Resto. He worked so hard this weekend and got his gear score up to 481.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he literally just hit. He literally just hit
great.
90. Wednesday, Tuesday? Yeah. So he was on nonstop working it, and I'm just so happy he did it. And I really want to give a shout out to him because. Very good. And shout out to him. He also, having not healed in a long time with the shaman, he went and he sought out the head shaman, like the highest ranked shaman on our server, and actually got in touch with him, and the guy actually responded, and they talked for an hour, and he gave him lots of insights on how to heal and specs and all that, and
awesome.
Anyways, yeah, it was great.
It's really good to do that.
Yeah,
totally.
So more power to him, and we can't wait to raid with him tomorrow. So now we have our full raid team, barring any kind of natural disasters. We'll be good to go tomorrow night, and I won't have to spam guild chat for anybody. So yeah, I kind of made a little boo boo. But yeah, anyways, so it was all good. And Thursday night we went into Mogashan Vaults and Heart of Fear to help Rev get some gear to start out with. You guys ripped right
through that too, I hear.
What'd you say?
I heard you ripped right through it.
Oh yeah, it was great. Yeah, and I even ranked in 137 on one of the bosses. Nice, so very happy. He finally broke 200. Yeah, so anyways, it was a good time. We had a really good time Thursday. Yes, we didn't progress, and that's okay. Sometimes you got to take a step back and help and
get your stronger raid team. You guys got a good raid team now.
Yeah, I think so. I think we're going to do really
I think, but yeah, I mean, it's getting better too.
Yeah.
We picked up a couple extra guys who are doing very well.
Yeah, so that's the whole point of progressing. You have to move. You have to go with it, but again, I want to thank Rev, who's listening, that we really appreciate how hard you worked, and hopefully it'll all pay off for us tomorrow night, and you'll get fat loots. So.
And Aaliyah, and who's the Korbuck?
Oh yes, Kordak. We welcome Kordak as another member of our
Hunter.
Yeah, which is cool. And he's a cool guy, French Canadian guy, and really nice, and very excited to be a part of the team. So we're glad to have him.
Yep, sweet.
And,
Well, Saturday there was supposed to be a Firefall meetup, but I got very busy, so I didn't get in there. And then I was actually trying to make the push to level my sniper, and then Isaac sent me a text saying he was hopping on Defiance, and I felt bad because I hadn't spent any time in Defiance. So I jumped over and played Defiance for like 3 hours with him.
Yeah.
I mean, I was sitting at the Xbox for 3 hours. I didn't get a full 3 hours because of the server going up and down and then connection issues, but they're working on it. So I think it's not listed as an MMO anymore, right? It's listed as it's a different category. They're kind of listing.
It's kind of I don't know. Like Tryon, when right before they released or something, I could have sworn I read something that said they don't want to say they're an MMO. They want to be known as a persistent shooter, I guess you could say. I think a shooter with a persistent world.
Yeah. So I do have to say, I logged in the day after it launched, and I was doing the whole, remember Dimos, the newbie area where they teach you the stuff, and then you jump over the wall, and then you got to fight the bugs, and you kind of work your way to the camp, and you're doing your your FedEx quests and other quests, those kinds of things in that area, doing all that stuff, right? Well, I did that the first day. I was doing that kind of stuff, and the server was going up and down, and it sucked, and lag sucked, and there were a lot more people than expected. And I think everyone was having this issue across all the different platforms, I think. And then, I said I started working on my sniper. So I go back Saturday night, or Saturday, it must have been Friday. It was before I hooked up with Isaac. And so I'm going back into these areas, and there's no one there because everyone's moved on.
Yeah, they moved on.
And you know what? Some of those missions are freaking hard as hell by yourself.
Oh yeah?
Because it doesn't look like they scaled the number of mobs. And I'm sitting there doing this turn the transmitter mission on and being swamped by like 10 to 15 mobs. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Playing a sniper, and I'm like, and they got these guys coming at me with meat cleavers. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? And so it's like pistol. It was funny because I was talking on Xbox Live with Isaac, and it was in there. I'm saying, okay, here we gotta go. I've died twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. The good thing is you don't have to restart the mission. You just continue from where you are because it's a persistent shooter. So I died, I think, 10 to 12 times completing that mission because
I hate sniper rifles, dude.
I was like, oh, I got it down. You got it down. I have a lot of critical. If I headshots, it's a crit kill.
Nice.
Almost every time.
Good. So you can do a headshot.
I'm getting it down. I'm getting it down.
Good.
Yeah, I'm even starting to do some of those, the quick scoping stuff. It's like boom, pop up, shoot, head, crit, and move on.
Awesome.
But I did change my secondary weapon. I picked up a Voton plasma assault rifle. Yeah.
Cool.
So the little pistol, I don't have to worry about that anymore. This thing shoots out this blue energy stuff.
Oh,
it's awesome. So Defiance is getting more fun. I really honestly don't know how it's going to be. We know there's not going to be any cross-platform. It's just not going to happen.
I read today. Well, I got them on the Facebook thing. So like, they put out a blog and they said that they are almost ready to release a downloadable content pack already. They just want to get all these launch issues out and
I saw that they were delaying it a little bit.
Yeah.
To get more bugs done.
Oh, it makes sense. I mean, why add stuff onto a mess?
Yeah. I did do an arc fall, which I hadn't done before, and it was fun. So
yeah,
now
it's basically Rift. It's basically Rift with guns with the arc falls.
Yeah.
They're a little more challenging. The thing, unless they changed it from the beta, was always ran out of ammo in arc falls, man.
I think it's
had
like
to
original.
run up and get ammo.
Yeah, I think a lot of the arc fall now have ammo boxes in
or
near
really?
them.
Cool.
Yeah,
good.
At least the one I was in the newer area had an ammo box I was able to run to.
Spray and pray. They go and get some more. But yeah, I never liked the sniper rifles, especially bolt action sniper.
Oh, I do.
It's so slow.
Well, it's easier on an arc fall when you've got like 30 players because everyone gets credit. So I don't have to worry about tanking these things. A group of players are like tanking these things. I'm just sitting off in the distance, headshot, 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 headshot. Yeah, well, as much as I can tell where some of these things' heads are. But yeah, so that was pretty good. And then of course, I did play some Age of WuShu. I think a couple of people. I think Skate played some, didn't she? Did she get to play it all before?
She plays every once in a while. She likes it. She says it's a little slow, like I guess combat or something. Because I asked her what I liked, and she said it's Asian like themed, so no, and it's slower combat, so no. So all right.
That's
but I did see that post on MMO. So did you get that package?
I did get that.
Cool.
It's been added to. I think I added it to the other server though, so it's not going to my server that I.
I did hear though that you can fly or something like. What is that?
Well, so I was talking. Okay, I'm going to give Vader some crap here, and maybe you guys too if you haven't. When I was talking to Vader, I was saying, okay, Age of WuShu. He's like, what's it like? I'm like, okay, it's like an MMO. It's not AAA or a mainstream. It's kind of back it off. Maybe it's a AA. So they don't have the most money going into it, but they have a lot of system. There's a combat system. It's open world PvP. Once you hit a certain level, then it's open world. So the newbies aren't getting ganked.
Oh, right.
8 schools of martial arts or the WuShu that you can join, and then there are prerequisites. Like for me, I wanted to join to be a scholar, and to be a scholar, you had to be an artist first. So you had to go learn a secondary skill, which was music, calligraphy, painting, and I don't know what. So I picked music, and music is basically like Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
It's a mini game, and so the notes come across the screen, and you're using 2 hands on either side of the keyboard, using 2 buttons to hit the note when it hits your proper key. And so you level up music. Now, the thing is, the music, it's a cool mini-game. I mean, I don't know what else to get out of it. But as you learn songs, you can do this in battle when you're with a group. You pop out your music, break out the instrument, give a buff, and then go back to doing combat.
Oh, nice.
As a scholar, I'm a one-handed sword. So you give everyone in your group a buff, and then boom, go back in combat. And I don't know what calligraphy and painting does, or what. Maybe it does like war paint or something. Who knows?
Cool.
But there are 8 schools. And so you learn your school, like I said, I'm doing scholar, so I'm learning one-handed sword. But there are missions, daily missions you get as you level. Well, there's not really levels, but as you gain skills, you can go steal secrets from the other schools. So if you really want to fight with a fan, and they say they've got hundreds of weapons, customizable outfits, all this stuff. So I mean, they have a shop, cash shop, of course.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it looks like there's a lot to do. There are a ton of mini games to do, and there is auto-pathing, which is cool, because I was able to like go make my lunch when I said, oh, I need to go turn this quest, and I clicked on the dude's name, and my guy took off on his horse, and I was like, cool.
Isn't that the game that when you log out, your character is an NPC or something?
Yes, you can. When you pick up a certain skill, you can enable your character as an NPC and earn experience that way, as like a bouncer or a dancer or whatever, those kinds of things.
Interesting.
What I gave Vader crap about was the fact that because he asked, "What's a game like?" I said it's like an MMO of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, or House of Flying Daggers. Right. He had not seen either of the two of those and had no idea what I was talking about.
What?
I was
like, hey, I'm a girl and I've seen those. That is bad.
It's like flying martial arts. So yes, you can learn to run up the side of buildings, do all that cool B-rate kung fu stuff, or flying kung fu, whatever they call it. Yeah, you can learn those skills, and that's another thing that kind of hooked me. I'm like, it'd be kind of cool to do.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Like, hooked me with flying wings.
You know what other game she was doing, and I seen that Game Breaker is all about this lately. Is that Scarlet Blade? She said that she actually downloaded it, and it's a lot of fun.
Really?
That's the one you were talking about last week, the dirty one, right? Because everyone's naked or half naked.
Mature, yeah.
Lots of boobs.
Lots of boobs.
And lots. And G-strings. Yeah.
So are you going to get on that Scarlet Blade and play with Gary, man? You know, he's got that following now.
I might. Got to play those free games. All right, let's do some awards. We have a lot, and we're running out of time.
Yeah.
There you go.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Isaac Clarke, Scrivian, Dark Gordon, Coldred, and Lex Luger for jumping into Defiance. Lex Luger again for DDO and Secret World.
Yep, those are catch-ups. Yeah.
Greer Reaver for WoW Terrace of the Endless Spring completion, right? And then we had Daytooth join Guild Wars 2. Vader completed normal mode on Diablo 3. Renee reached Gladiator in Guild Wars 2 Structured PvP.
Wow, nice.
It's just Aaliyah.
Aaliyah completed Mogashan Vaults with Vodka and Deviled Eggs. Airhammer ranked in the top 100 on a boss fight and earned Yeah, I'm That Good. Palikins hit 6 months in TGC. Tilkelman, Zidane, Deimos, and Dark Gordon completed the Guild Wars 2 Super Adventure Box World 1. And Tilkelman also earned 5K achievement points last night.
Wow.
Lex Luger completed the PlayStation Console Challenge. And Scrivian completed the 4 main story quests as an Imperial in SWToR. Congrats, everybody. That's a lot.
Week. It was a busy week. There's a lot of stuff this week. I kept looking at how many awards that kept popping up on the thing. I'm like, okay, I got to start updating the show notes because these are going to scroll off the homepage. And so I just started making the list. And then I have to go back, of course, and make those slides. So it was cool. It was cool. I like those weeks where it's a busy week, lots of stuff going on, and lots of different games. So it was really, really good.
Yeah, covered a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot of different games. So I haven't seen a StarCraft up there. I know somebody has to have completed StarCraft.
Actually, Zidane did. I forgot to tell him. He got in Guild Wars last night and said that he completed it.
Oh, okay, yeah. We got to give him that.
And Coldred, I think, did too, so we'll have to remind him.
Put those up.
Yeah.
All right, tip of the week, Harper.
I actually don't have one this week. So, yeah.
Don't do dailies.
This week, do dailies. Yeah, so Super Adventure Box is freaking awesome. If you haven't done it, you need to. It's really cool, especially if you played the games through the 80s and 90s. It's a lot of fun. If you're having trouble with completing the meta achievement Doctors of Baubles, do Zone 2 and 3 in infantile mode. It's still very difficult because of all the secret spaces you got to get to and stuff like that, and time consuming, but the good thing is the rainbow little pass will help you get back to places once you fall. Also, check out Dolphy's guides, of course, because they really show everything. I found a 50 bobble collection source from digging the other night from her guide. It was cool. So do Super Adventure Box.
Awesome. I wish I could, but I can't log into Guild Wars. So yeah, I don't know. I have to call customer service, I think, at this point. Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea where the email is. So whatever. My tip of the week this week comes from Star Wars. There are a lot of different things you can get, and now they have a cash shop. And I recommend using the cash shop, and it's pretty inexpensive. If you've got a subscription, you can actually get this stuff for no cost at all. And what I'm talking about is grabbing XP boosters, especially with an expansion coming out. XP boosters, you can get it. I think it's a 25% boost to XP. They don't stack with it. There's a generic one, a minor and a major. But look at what those are. If you're going to be concentrating on PvP, you can get PvP XP boosts. If you're going to concentrate on PvE, there's one specific for PvE. There's one for class missions only. There's one for exploration. You got to check them to see if they stack or not. Some do, some don't. You can also earn these things or win these things. I've gotten some of them from completing quests. I'm assuming as they're new, meaning new in the last couple of months, that they'll probably be available in the expansion as well. Take the time, explore. You know there are going to be more holocrons and all this other stuff, and just enjoy the Star Wars expansion. Yeah. Any last thoughts? Any comments from the chat room? Are they still there? Because we were going long.
Yes, they are. No, really, we were just chatting earlier. I think everyone's just listening right now.
Awesome, awesome.
Go Blizz tickets. Go Neverwinter beta. We'll have lots of things to report next week, too.
Sure will. It'll be a busy week.
Mm-hmm.
I have to add some Age of WuShu stuff down in the bottom left corner.
Yeah.
All right. And maybe Harper will be put back together. We'll see. I'll talk to the doctor and see what we can do.
Make sure he puts my head on right.
Or where?
Oh, God.
All right. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us tonight. You can leave any feedback on our website, tempestgamecast.com. You can send an email, tempestgamecast@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter @TempestGamecast. If you're interested in joining the Tempest Gaming community, visit us at tempestguild.us. Creating videos are hosted on YouTube at our channel Tempest Game Community. I've also added a couple more things in there. As soon as I get Harper and Dimus's Twitter, we're going to add that as contact into the Twitter stuff there. So you can see now @TempestGamecast, @Scrivian, and whatever. I am going to be, now that I got my phone, I'll be far more active on Twitter now.
Did someone get an iPhone?
No, I got a Galaxy 3.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Oh, so you got a real phone.
I was going to get the 4, but I have to wait till the end of the month. Hey, they say the S4 will be the #1 phone. Better than the iPhone. Yeah.
Cool. I like
Thanks, guys.
Have a good week. See you in game.
Bye. Good show, guys.
It
was a lot of fun.
Yup. So we're done?